The country was also under threat from a right-wing uprising and from so-called third force elements sowing discord amongst our people. Kwayisikhathi sobunzima impela. Kwayisikhathi esibuhlungu kakhulu. Many people were displaced from their homes. Many people died. Today is not the day to point fingers and cast blame. History will, in the end, be the true arbiter. There were genuine, well-founded fears that in such a climate, the transition to democracy would not happen peacefully. Through negotiations and serious engagement, we were able to step back from the brink of turmoil. And today we have two leaders who played a key role together with Ubaba Shenge, taking us away from the brink of turmoil. Former President Thabo Mbeki and former President Zuma. They played a key role in ensuring that indeed our transition was a peaceful one. And I applaud them, and we should recognize the very important role that these two leaders played at that time. All parties involved in the negotiation process participated in the historic elections that ushered our democracy. Ushenge would later say that he had agreed that the IFP should also participate in the elections not only to avoid disaster and reduce tension, but to contribute to peace. There can be no doubt that this was a turning point in the transition process and a decisive moment. All leaders understood too well that we share a common goal of a better South Africa. As ANC Secretary General and later as the chairperson of the Constitutional Assembly, we both, together with Ubaba Shenge, shared many moments during the tumultuous transition period, as he did with the other leaders that I've also mentioned. Over the years, we had many more conversations, many engagements, and many late-night talks. We also corresponded and spoke often right until his final days. He was not a man who let burning issues slide, and he was not afraid to speak truth to power. And yet, as I have said, the spirit of camaraderie, respect, empathy, and understanding of the immense difficulties we face in rebuilding this country defined all our interactions. He had respect for authority, the authority of the state, and defended the institutions of our democratic order. He was always there when we needed to consult with traditional leaders. It was President Nelson Mandela who said, "It is easy to break down and destroy. The heroes are those who make peace and build." In his long and illustrious life, he served in several positions, but one of the high points in his life was serving as a minister in President Mandela's cabinet when President Mbeki was the deputy president. When he was asked by President Mandela to act as president on several occasions, This demonstrated the trust and confidence that the father of our democracy had in him. At certain points in our history, there were deep divisions between the two leaders, but they did reconcile and make peace for the sake of building our country. Prince Buthelezi took time to express to me his desire to see the IFP and the ANC permanently reconciled and working together to build our country. For this, he earned my admiration. We carry the heavy weight of memories and many heartaches regarding what we have been through as a people. But difficult as it may be right now, it is important that we fulfill the wishes he had for a sustainable and durable reconciliation, not only between the IFP and the ANC, but amongst all of us as the people of South Africa. On this, Shenge and Nelson Mandela were of the same mind. The legacy they have both left us is their enduring dream for reconciliation, for peace and progress for our great nation. Umntwana uShenge was a defender of our constitutional order and served proudly as a member of parliament in our democratic dispensation. He was robust in his critique, but also genuine in his praise. I believe I can speak on behalf of the members of our parliament and our national speaker when I say that we will miss his legendary eloquence, the care and diligence and attention to detail with which he performed his duties as a member of parliament. As an elder statesman, he carried his duties with great dignity. Many will testify that they can still hear his voice permeating through the National Assembly, eloquently exhorting all members of parliament to uphold the principles and values of our Constitution and democratic order, and to do so with discipline, with a decorum and respect that is fitting for our station and status as members of parliament, in respect also to the people of South Africa. In his spoken and written words, he always expressed the essence of a deep and enduring commitment to our democratic values. Without a commitment to change, there can be no reconciliation. Without reconciliation, there can be no unity. And without unity, there can be no peace. Our road to democracy was not easy, but the future is now ours to make. It is a common future of equality, shared prosperity, justice, and a better life for all that we must build. As political parties, we have to work for unity. We have to put aside our differences as Ushenge wished. Here in KwaZulu-Natal and around the country, for the sake of building our nation. We have a duty to follow in the footsteps of the great many leaders who came before that Shenge respected and admired, who found it in themselves to put aside political and other rivalries for the sake of the common good. One speaks here of leaders Ushenge respected deeply, such as John Langalibalele Dube, Inkosi Albert Luthuli, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, Pixley Kaisa Kaseme, Oliver Tambo, Walter Sisulu, Nelson Mandela, and many other luminaries whose ability to forge alliances across the political divide, to reconcile and to make peace added to their towering stature. When he stepped down as the IFP president in 2019, he said that his greatest sadness is that he will not be among the men and women who will cross into the promised land of social and economic justice. These solemn words should increase our resolve as government, political leaders and political parties, and as well as all of society, to realize the vision of a united South Africa. What Shenge's life has taught us is that our differences must never stand in the way of our South African nationality and our nationalism. Like many of us, uShenge endured many trials throughout his life, yet he remained focused and steadfast. The Buthelezi family have suffered an irreparable personal loss. But as they go through this valley of darkness and sorrow, it is my wish that as a family, they should hold on to the proud and enduring memories of their father and grandfather. We share in their sorrow, and I know that they would wish us to share with them the many rich remembrances that an impactful leader like uBaba uShenge evokes. May the Almighty grant the family strength as they go through this difficult time. I would like them to remember the saying that those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and held so dear. To the Buthelezi family, so should it be with your father, your grandfather, and your beloved Shenge. Let his forefathers and God whom he loved give him the crown of life. He did not take easy steps in his life. He showed wisdom and courage. We too, as a people, have not taken easy steps or easy roads. Forging unity, building bridges of tolerance, and understanding and reconciling our differences for the sake of our beloved country is what we are called upon to do as leaders and the people of South Africa. Let us look to the future with faith, with hope, with tolerance, and with a focus on what unites us. Indeed, history has made us all South Africans. I would now say, hamba kahle Shenge, hamba kahle mfoka Mathole. Duduzekani bantwana bakaphindwa ngene. Nesizwe sonke sikwaButhelezi. Akusiyena uZulu kuphela olahlekelwe. Izwe lonke lalapha eNingizimu Afrika liyakhala. Ngithi hamba kahle Nkosi yakwaButhelezi. Ngiyabonga, sizabuya sibonane masihlangana ngelinye ilanga. Thank you.